Hello, everyone, and welcome to NBA Basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Barnes.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the point. And for Sacramento, Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes. And it's Joseph in at the 1 spot. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is, and finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
You know, once a weakness in his game, Corey Joseph has worked extremely hard on his outside shot. And like I say all the time, the proof is in the pudding.
Now here's Murray. The pass to Jokic. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Harris against Hield. That's tipped. 6 to shoot. Bielitsa finds Hield. A 3-pointer off the mark for the Sacramento Kings. Their last game, a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina, Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he can't get the first one. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Good on the second free throw.
And, you know, Harrison Barnes is an effective two-way player, becoming better every day on offense and can defend multiple positions as well.
Now here's Millsap. His last outing, he had 8 points, and he gets it to go.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Hield against Harris. Outside, Joseph. Passes it to Holmes. And here is Bielitsa. Jokic defending. Barnes. Second shot opportunity, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Denver. Sacramento shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
No good on the free throw. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets. He hits the second from the line.
You know, you can't help but love the way the Nuggets create on offense. This is a free-flowing, fun team to watch. A lot of movement and an excellent passing team. Second in the league in assists last year. Outstanding for a young basketball team.
Pass to Jokic, and here is Harris. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Rebound by Bjelica. The Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And with the Nuggets, Clark, all those assists, even with a slow pace of play. That was something.
Yeah, you know what? I agree, but they really were their best when they played up-tempo, I thought. It makes use of their home court advantage, gets the crowd involved. But really, guys, it was the passing. They play with such a high IQ and have so many good playmakers. It's beautiful to watch.
And the shot goes down.
Maintaining his balance all the way through. Harris, tough to stop, even on these physical finishes.
Murray against Joseph. Again, the miss by the Kings.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
He's off on the second.
And Murray has a full package. I mean, he's a deadly shooter and a surprisingly good penetrator, too. A terrific guard.
Now, here's Joseph. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Bjelica passes to Holmes. And Jokic with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Again, the miss by the Kings. Here's Denver now. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Murray dishes to Millsap. The shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
And Denver has possession after the Kings pick up 2.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
The Kings trail by 7. Healed outside. Pass to Joseph. Takes the 13-footer, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot. Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Here's Craig. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Denver passing it around. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Harris.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Joseph, healed from outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. On the wing, Harris. The pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. Just 5 to shoot over Joseph, and it's Denver scoring again.
I don't think you can afford to give Murray any room to shoot his shot. I mean, he is a terrific scorer who continues to get better.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did catch up with Coach Luke Walton. Nikola Jokic has made a name for himself as one of the best big men in the game. Coach told me it all revolves around him. We've got to be sharp when he has the ball. Kevin, that's difficult because Jokic has passing lanes that others simply don't see.
Thanks, David. And so here's Denver. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Murray outside. Takes the three. It doesn't go for him. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. The 10-footer. Shot by Joseph. No good.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Murray against Joseph. Murray, the pass to Jokic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Kings trail by 9, and the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashad Holmes. Harry Giles comes in for Bjelica. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Hield. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Joseph. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in, so the Kings call timeout. They're first. Name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example setter. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable too.
A different look for Denver. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap, and it's Malik Beasley in for Torrey Craig. Edmond passes to Ferrell. Outside, Bogdanovich. Trying to get something going. The rebound by Grant.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Now here's Beasley. 9 points last game. Grant surveying the D. 5 to shoot. Murray outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Murray's got his third basket of the night right there.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Here's Ferrell. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Here's Murray. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington. Passes to Jokic. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. The tray. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Murray. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Covered by Morris. Tries again. And Bogdanovich with a finish inside.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Here's Jokic. Dedmon with the block. Barnes left side. 13 feet away. Bucket is good.
Boy, strength and body control on display there from Barnes. I will tell you what, he's got a competitive spirit to him. He doesn't want any defender to get the better of him.
Now, here's Jokic. He has 5. Good, nice job down low. Jokic has got 7 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Bogdanovich against Murray. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And we know Farrell can score now, but it's important that he develops his passing skills even more.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
The free throw drops for Dedmon. Denver leading by 5. Morris kicks to Murray. Dedmon with the block. And they'll keep possession. The shot's good from Plumlee.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Denver's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Well, Greg, it took some time for Bogdanovich to make it over to the NBA, but you can see why he was worth the wait.
And Bogdanovich showed some flashes of his great shooting that rookie year and only improved on that last season. Still, you know, in his mid-20s, he should only continue to get better as he adjusts to the NBA.
Again, the miss by Murray.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
They get it back. Bogdanovich. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
Man, what a season it was for the Nuggets and Coach Mike Malone. He helped the Nuggets move into elite status in the West. You know, they went from out of the playoffs in 2018 to second in the West in 2019.
He hits both from the stripe. And Clark, the media recognizing Malone by naming him a Coach of the Year finalist.
Well, you think about the way the Nuggets defense improved last year. It's testimony to Mike Malone and his attention to detail, particularly at the defensive end. The roster's all in on Malone as their leader, and that means the Nuggets are going to be a force for a while.
Here's Farrell. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Barnes outside. Over Beasley. That misses off the backboard.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Barnes. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Morris kicks to Murray. And stolen by Bogdanovich. For the finish, rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And here's Morris for 3. That shot is off. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
Bogdanovich out there with Farrell. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Giles in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Barnes, following the basket by Mason Plumlee. Tries it from 19. Almost, but it rolls out. The Nuggets leading by 3. Morris dishes to Grant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Here's Farrell. Barnes outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Giles. It's over Barton. And it's Giles missing. Denver's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Fires for 3. Barton, no luck. The Kings trail by 5. Barnes kicks to Farrell. The floater go. That shot off the mark. Barton with some nice D. Beasley outside. Morris right side. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bogdanovich passes to Farrell, and it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
And some changes here for the Kings. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Giles. Heald comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Joseph in for Yogi Ferrell. And then for Denver, Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Torrey Craig in for Beasley. Nailed from three-point land. Heald's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Millsap passes to Morris. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much, and a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with a guard, like on the
Yep.
three-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot.
And the Kings making a change here. Holmes checked in. Denver in the lead. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Now, here's Bogdanovich following the missed shot by Will Barton. So they take the lead. Bogdanovich has got 10 points in the game. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And there's the pass to Millsap. Passes it to Craig. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Millsap's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Bogdanovich. That one doesn't drop. And it's Denver the other way. Craig passes to Millsap. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
With long arms and excellent skill and understated strength, Millsap bullies the defender on the finish.
Outside, Joseph. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Gary Harris, he's checked in for Monte Morris. Here's Bogdanovich. Barton with the rebound. Nuggets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Barton throws it down.
The speed and athleticism of Barton, superb. So venomous on these drives to the rim. Take that, fellas.
Now here's Joseph. Holmes passes to Hield, and it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And here are the Kings now. 4-point game. That one goes. Count it. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Outside Millsap. Fires top of the key. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 6 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's Bogdanovich. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And he gets the bucket. Craig's got 4 points in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
That shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Harris, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Now it's a 4-point Nugget lead. Now Joseph. Hield outside. From 13, and he nails the jumper. Hield's got 5.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Pass to Craig. Down low. Here's Millsap. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players. Came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
Martin with it. A 17-point game for him in the win against Washington.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
Murray's checked in for Denver.
Millsap doesn't demand attention. He's a natural leader and does demand respect. He's somebody the younger guys certainly look up to.
Now here's Joseph. And Holmes now top of the key. This is to Heel. And it's with the rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
I love the way Gary Harris has played early in his career, but I think last season was solid, but a step back from what he was hoping for. His scoring and shooting dipped, and he just couldn't seem to find the consistency that he wanted all season long.
For Denver, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And for Harris, not the way he wanted to start the first year of his 4-year deal.
And, you know, given that he was in and out of the lineup and fighting injuries, I don't think it's something that he should worry about. I mean, Harris is still an outstanding player. He's got tremendous upside, and I think he's going to be outstanding as he grows in the league.
And he sinks the second.
This guy, Gary Harris, is a player on the rise. I love how confident he is. He knows he belongs in this league.
Joseph against Murray. And Joseph kicks to Heel. Good with the triple.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
That's good from Harris.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
And Harris drops them both. The Kings trail by 8. Pass to Holmes. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. Got a piece of it. Harris finds Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And, you know, Millsap good at getting defenders in the air with that pump fake because it looks a lot like his normal shot. But you can't fall for it if you're guarding him. That's how he burns you.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
The first one falls. Sacramento making some changes. Giles comes in for Bogdanovich. And Farrell subbed in for Corey Joseph. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Jokic on top, guarded by Holmes. Jokic passes to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 11 points for Jamal Murray.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now, here's Bjelica. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. Outside Millsap. Another three for Denver.
Millsap, this time with the catch and fire, showing off his versatility.
The Kings trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Farrell looking around. Shot clock at 3. Takes the 13-footer. Holmes kicks to Farrell. The Kings need to get off a shot here. It's Bielitsa. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Denver leading by 13. And here is Murray. 11 points in the game. He dishes it to Harris. Here's Craig. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 9 points.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Here's Farrell. They need this. The shot misses. Murray with the defensive effort. Denver's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Sacramento making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashawn Holmes, and it's Harrison Barnes in for Bielitsa. Denver also making some changes. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap, and it's Beasley in for Torrey Craig. The Kings trail by 15. The pass to Dedmon. The dish to Barnes. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, Barnes doing a nice job embracing contact on the way up. Superb at throwing himself into the defense and drawing the foul.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Barnes hits them both.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
Now, here's Jokic. 9 points in the game so far. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yogi Ferrell is still young and has a lot of potential, and to me, he's at his best when he's looking for his shot.
For Sacramento, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. First one falls for him. Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
15 seconds left to play in the first half. Passes it to Jokic. Baseline J on the way. Doesn't go that time. Here's Farrell. Again, the miss by the Kings. And so it's the Denver Nuggets Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. There was no stopping Paul Millsap in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Sacramento?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Denver leading by 11. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at center. Murray against Hield. 6 on the shot clock. Murray, the pass to Jokic. He kicks it to Barton. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Tipped away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Joseph. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah, and Kevin, this is going to be a very trying part of the schedule for them. More than a fair share of road games on the dock for the team, and have not had an easy time finding success away from home.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Joseph against Murray. Joseph, the pass to Holmes. And the lead is down inside single digits. Holmes got 10 points. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now Holmes. He's got 10. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 14 feet away. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Hield.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Murray kicks to Jokic. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Millsap from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the inside. On the wing, Harris. Covered by Hield. Harris dishes to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. And it's Denver scoring again.
And, you know, Millsap can get hot in a hurry. When he finds his comfort zone, the defense is in for a long night.
Now, here's Joseph. Here's Barnes. Count it. Barnes has got 7 points.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Murray kicks to Barton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you can't try to rough up Barton. You can't get too physical with him. He's very good at using his body against yours to draw fouls.
The Nuggets have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Free throw good from Barton.
Yeah, I've got mad respect for the way Barton carries himself. I mean, he's a terrific teammate. He does everything he can to impact winning.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Nuggets. So he gets them both. The Kings trail by 14. Pass to Holmes. Back to Joseph. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Joseph's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, capable from the interior. When Joseph has the space needed to get a shot off, he uses it.
Bogdanovich against Harris. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Dishes to Plumlee. Here's Harris. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. Holmes passes to Barnes. Over Murray. Barnes can't get it to go. And it's Harris with the ball for Denver. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Murray. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, you look at Jamal Murray, and this guy just seems to be a natural scorer. Has no problem scoring the basketball from anywhere and all angles. Has tremendous confidence at the offensive end. And guys, I think he's just scratching the surface.
They throw good, Murray. And with the way Murray scores, Clark, he's a great fit for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin, because the team has plenty of playmakers and guys like Jokic, and that takes some of the playmaking pressure away from Murray. It allows Murray to simply just focus on what he does best, which is put the ball in the basket.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Now here's Barnes. 7 points in the game. Off target with his 3. The Nuggets leading by 14. Harris outside. Murray outside. Down low. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the top rebounding teams in the league this season. Fourth, the Nuggets.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
And the first one drops. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Kings. That one misses. The Kings trail by 15. And Joseph kicks to Dedmon. The pass to Barnes. Launches a three. Good on the three-point shot. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, Barnes is a good shooter from deep, Kevin. I mean, when he's in rhythm, he's dangerous from out there.
Murray against Joseph. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Shoots from 14. And that one, good. Joseph's got 7 points in the game.
Nice timing on that pull-up J. Got to respect Joseph's touch and his willingness to shoot off the dribble.
Barnes against Barton. Over Barnes. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Barton's got his second bucket of the night.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Joseph against Murray. Goes up on the wing. Shot by Joseph. No good. Denver leading by 12. Murray surveying the D. Floats one. Dedmon with the block.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Plumlee. Dedmon with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Giles checked in for Bielitsa. Denver also making some changes. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris. And here are the Nuggets now. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Joseph. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Nuggets. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, the Sacramento Kings, 6.5 games behind them.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pack.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now, here's Joseph. 7 points in the game. Charity stripe shot. Barton with some nice D. Denver leading by 12. To the paint. Barton missing again. Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Barnes with it. 10 points for him. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Oh, you got to step in front of Barnes on that drive, Kevin. I mean, when you don't, he's focused on bashing the rim in.
And here's Barton. 6 points for him. Feeds to Plumlee. Second chance effort. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
Barton is really a team-first guy who likes to get the ball to his teammates, an excellent passer at his position.
Barnes outside. Poked away. Dedmon passes to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Inside. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
First free throw is good. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Yogi Ferrell's checked in for Sacramento. Denver also making some changes. Beasley's checked in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Ferrell gets the bucket.
Looking very comfortable close to the basket. I mean, it's important that Ferrell keeps finding ways to capitalize from there.
Beasley kicks to Grant. Pass to Craig. Morris outside. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Bogdanovich passes to Barnes. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Barnes has got 9 points now in the quarter. Now, here is Morris. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And, you know, you look at Monte Morris, this former Iowa State Cyclone, really an ideal option as a backup point guard because he's efficient and gets a lot done in limited playing time.
That one is off. And Morris Clark, a second-round pick in 2017. He came alive in his sophomore season.
I love the fact that he got his chance and he made the most of it, Kevin. He showed great poise and awareness, excellent in terms of his shot selection, and was highly productive as a scorer and playmaker off the bench.
And he's good on the second. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Here's Ferrell. 8 points for him. Healed outside. Hot from free throw range. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Here's Craig following the basket by Buddy Hield. Jokic finds Morris. Back to Jokic. Lets the 3 fly. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
Jokic is really good in these pick-and-pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Hield. The shot that time, not on target. Now Denver takes it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Jokic. From the arc. That doesn't go. He's 5 of 12 on the night. The Kings trail by 12. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. And the call up against Jokic. And that'll be his third foul so far. "17 seconds left in the third. Here's Farrell, covered by Morris. Just 4 to shoot. The three. And the miss. And so it's Denver, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Dwayne Dedman is out there with Giles, and it's Farrell in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's Barnes, and that one is good. Barnes has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Sacramento. Barnes against Barton. To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
And he knocks down the first one.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
Sacramento making a switch here. Holmes checked in. And Jokic drops them both. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
The Nuggets leading by 10. Morris outside. Grant outside. Kicks to Barton. Lets it go with the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Holmes got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Gary Harris is checked in for Monte Morris. Both good from the line that time.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Pass to Jokic. The dive for the ball. Harris drives in. Beasley with a clean look. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Beasley's got his first bucket in this one. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Kings, trailing by 10. Barnes outside. There's the three. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. The Nuggets shooting 47%, pretty solid. No good off the back of the rim.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
In the corner, Farrell. The pass to Holmes. He kicks to Barnes. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Bielitsa, he's checked in for the Kings. Corey Joseph comes in for Yogi Ferrell. And Denver also making a switch. Paul Millsap is checked in for Grant. Passes it to Jokic. Sacramento grabs the miss.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Denver. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Hield finds Holmes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And Denver has possession. Murray outside. Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
At about 85% from the line. That's up from where it was in that first half.
First one drops.
You know, Jokic really burst on the scene during the 2016-17 season, guys. He's a shrewd, smart, tough, versatile center who does just about everything well.
Jokic drops them both.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
To the inside, Holmes. He can't get that one. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 10. Here's Barton. Rebound by Bielitsa. Bielitsa's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Now here's Murray. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Tell you what, you can hit him, slap him, try to wrap him up, really doesn't matter because Millsap is so strong, he's able to fight through all of that.
Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology, if you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. Murray finds Millsap. Jokic with it. Pass to Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. But he gets it back. The feed to Millsap. Shot clock at 3. Dedmon with the block. And the Kings pushing it up now. Out of hand on it.
Can't take the reach and length of Barton lightly. Effective at using it to snuff out shots.
Murray outside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Now Joseph. With some arc. Oh, good on that one.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And Jokic throws it down.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Joseph against Murray. Healed outside. Six to shoot. For the 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Hield. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Will Barton.
2 shots.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And so he makes both from the line. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
All right, thank you, David.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength by Nikola Jokic.
Now, here's Bjelica. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Millsap. It's Barton on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Millsap. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. The Kings trail by 14. Knocks it loose. Barton against Joseph. Pass to Holmes. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
You can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. I mean, he really turns on the Jets in the open floor. You got to get in front.
And the pass to Holmes. Clock at 4. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 16. Murray with the bounce pass. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Kings making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. And that one falls for Paul Millsap. The Kings trail by 19. Joseph looking around. Tries to save it, and so Sacramento again turning it over.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Murray against Joseph. Murray outside. For three. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. And so here's Sacramento. 19-point game. Timeout called by the Kings.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. The three from Barnes drains the three-pointer. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't give Barnes even a second because that's when he strikes and hurts you. A master at the catch and shoot jet.
Murray against Joseph. From 11 feet away, Murray, no good. The Kings trail by 16. Hield kicks to Joseph. Back to Hield. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. The layup off target. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Harris, good.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
Outside, Joseph. Passes to Barnes. Free throw line jump shot. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Millsap's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Harris passes to Millsap. Wide open look here for Murray. A three-pointer, no good.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Joseph against Murray. Joseph, the pass to Barnes. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 15 here tonight. And Murray, here we go. Count it, good. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Murray against Joseph. Now here's Hield. He's tightly guarded. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now, here's Jokic. After the miss from Buddy Hield. Martin from outside bangs home the trifecta.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Denver.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Jokic.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gabriel. Pass to James. Here's Gabriel. Guarded by Porter. Lock at 6. Guy. Again, the miss by the Kings. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.